Picking up where I left off, this is the F-15C for the U.S. Armed Forces group build, hosted by Mutt Modeler, Craig over there. This is the U.S. Air Force part of the build. As you can see, I've done the black priming. I primed it all in black, and then I've come in and painted some pre-shading into it. I just kind of haphazardly done this. I wanted to have a little different effect. Excuse me. I got the tail fins are ready to go, the rear vertical stabilizers. I don't know what else to say. I got the top and the bottom pre-shaded. I didn't pre-shade these because they're going to get silver, different shades of metal. So going to go ahead and lay down the gray. It will be painted in light ghost gray, and then I'll come back in and do some dark ghost gray accents and highlights and stuff. Like the nose of it will be dark ghost gray. I almost forgot. Dark ghost gray, and then the wings will have certain patterns into it. Okay, I got the light ghost gray on there, and you can see the shadows. Move that a little bit. You can see the shadows and the mottling effect that I was after. The bottom, it's the same way. I covered the bottom just a little more than I really wanted to, but you can still see some of it, which is okay because this thing's going to get wallpaper decals anyway. It's going to get a ton of them. So I'll let this cure. I'm going to come back to it tomorrow, and I'll put the dark ghost gray on it, and then once the dark ghost gray goes on, I will clear coat it. Okay, I'm going to have some of you ask me, this is how I am masking off for the dark ghost gray, what I am using. And you can get blue tack, but this is what I'm using. I got it from Amazon. You just pinch off what you want of it and roll it up and string it out. And I probably have my little snakes a little too thick. I didn't have a full package anyway, but I still got to do some here and here. But I'm going to go ahead and paint what I've got, and I'll use this yellow tape like this to go in between the lines to mask off where I don't want the dark ghost gray. So I'll be back in just a minute with it taped off, and then follow up with the dark ghost gray on it. Alright, so this is how it's masked at the moment, and when you're spraying your paint, I'll just show you real quick with my airbrush. I don't have it set up. You don't want to spray at an angle so it goes up under there. You just want to go kind of, you'll have to hold the aircraft up, and you want to spray down on it mainly. You don't, like I say, you don't want to shoot paint underneath the edges of it. So it'll give you a nice feathering effect. So once I get this painted, then I will mask off the other side. And I've got all I have left after I get this, I've got this wing to do, the two tail fins, and right here on the air intakes, you got the air intake here. There's a little wiggliness right underneath there. I don't know if I'll put that on there or not. I may not. So, but yeah, I'll be back when it's painted, when I got the dark ghost gray on. So, all right, that's going to complete this update. I've got the dark ghost gray on there, and you can see the shading all in here on the tail, or the rear stabilizers here on the vertical stabilizers. If I get my light right, you may be able to see. Yeah, there you go. You can see the patches there, and there's two patches running down the center here, across up in the front, the entire nose. Now, this is not the shade of dark ghost gray that I wanted, and I've just stuck the engines in there for right now. I've still got to paint them. I've still got a lot of painting to do, but anyway, this is not the dark ghost gray that I wanted. I've used 2 different brands of paint on here, and I'm kind of regretting it now. I mean, well, not necessarily regretting it. I do like the way it looks, and this is going to work because most of this gets covered with the big decals anyway. But I used the bottom coat, the first coat that I put on there the first layer of paint that I put on was Model Masters acrylic light ghost gray. This is light ghost gray. That's the original coat of it. Now the dark ghost gray excuse me, is Vallejo Model Air dark ghost gray. And this, it doesn't show it on the bottle, but it has a bluish tint to it. Like I say, it'll be fine with this model. I'm thinking that I might go back in and hit the nose with the Model Masters. I've got the Model Masters dark ghost gray, and this is what it should have been. But like I say, this is going to work for this plane. But I'm thinking very seriously about going in and hitting the nose cone of it with the Model Masters dark ghost gray, and I probably will. The bottom, and I'm going to lose my fins if I'm not careful. The bottom has nothing done to it. It is all the light ghost gray and the shading and everything. And you can see some of the paneling, and you can see the dark ghost gray when you get it in the shadows. And yeah, where you see through the center section there, you can see some of the mottling. But when I put the dark ghost gray on there, it kind of covered the mottling up. My airbrush gun was acting up, and I just, it didn't want to put down the paint lightly. I had to stop in the middle of everything and clean it. Which I try to keep my airbrush clean anyway. But anyway, that's like I say, it's going to be it for this update. Next thing here on the agenda is I'm going to paint the engines, the engine cones, also the gunmetal that goes on the fuselage. You got engine parts that are on the fuselage and underneath. That's going to get the gunmetal engine treatment, and I'll be doing a little shading and stuff on the cones, the exhaust cones there and everything. Get a little detail painting done, and then I will clear coat this thing. And once it's clear coat on it, it's going to be decal time, I'm thinking. I've still got to paint the landing gear. I've still got all the other stuff over here in this little box right here. So, but that's going to be it for this update, and I've said that several times, and I apologize. But hope you like it. Take care of yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.